This is the easy stuff.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
This is the beginning of the hard stuff, but it's the easy stuff. Okay?
Yeah,
Alright, so this is 9-5. Factor. I'm going to write it like this. ax squared plus bx plus c. And the point behind this is a is 1. It doesn't really say that at the top of your book, but that's the emphasis here. The coefficient on your squared term, or the first term that we're dealing with, is 1. Anytime that that's the case, then it should be extremely easy for you to do the problem.
Yeah.
Okay?
That makes sense.
So, let's get at this real quick. What do we need? First of all, factors of C that add up to B. Factors of the third term that add up to the middle term. Okay? Signs are important. Positive and negatives, all right? Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is and multiplied to get C. Well, first of all, if you have factors of C, when you multiply them, you're going to get C, right? But the point is, whatever signs you're choosing to add them up to B, those signs have to remain. And when you multiply those together, do they still give you the same sign that you have up here on C? So here's an example of that. Example 1. X squared plus 6x plus 8. Alright, so let's start off real slow. You don't necessarily, once you figure this out, you don't necessarily have to write everything I'm writing, okay? So factors of 8, give them to me in pairs.
4 and 2.
1 and 8.
Oh yeah.
2 and 4. Okay. Notice I didn't write them in a normal way. I put them together as pairs because that's how you have to have them. Okay, now, step 1. Positive 1 plus a positive 8 equals 9. Is that B?
No.
Okay. Even if I did negative 1 plus 8, that'll only give me 7, right? And you see how I'm putting the signs on these?
Uh-huh.
Okay. But here's something for you to remember. If this is all positive and it's all plus, then when you factor these, they're going to be all plus and positive. This is the only one that's like that. Okay, I'm going to give you 4 examples with different signs in each one. Alright, so this is the one that's all positive. So let's just look at this. 2 plus 4, what does that give me?
6.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for. So those are factors of C that add up to B. And when I multiply them, positive 2 times positive 4 gives me positive 8. That answers the second one. So if that's the case, here's the first thing you do to get started in your answer. This right here. That's the first thing you do. Everybody got it?
It's x squared.
What?
Because it makes the x squared.
Yeah, when I distribute back to check, that would be x squared, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, we're doing this all backwards. Here's the answer. Now I want what the factor form was. Okay, because we've already put these two together up to this point. All right, so now, what factors did we use? Positive 2 and positive 4. You just factored that trinomial.
Wow.
Like I said, this is easy. All right, example 2. Here we have all minus signs.
Are they all going to be minus on the bottom?
Nope.
Oh.
So, first things first, factors of 12. Actually, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Just out of the way. Factors of 12.
1 and 12. 2 and 6.
6
3 and 4.
and 3.
Good job.
Okay, now signs. Signs mean something at this point. If they're all plus, then you don't need to worry about the signs. They're just all going to be positive. But now we need to worry about it. And yes, some things will work for one of these, but they won't for the second one, or vice versa.
It's negative 1 and 12.
Negative 1 plus 12 gives me
No, wait, no.
positive 11.
It's 1 and negative 12.
All right. 1 plus negative 12 gives me negative 11. Okay, that's the first part. Factors of C with the signs that add up to B. Everybody got that part? Anybody not understand what I just said? All right, now check the second part. Multiply them together. What's 1 times negative 12? That's what we have. Okay, so that's my answer. Positive 1 and negative 12. Now in your book it tells you to check them. I'm not going to make you check them. If you want to check them yourself. If you want to know if you got the right answer, distribute, do FOIL, whatever. Okay? If you don't want to check them, that's your problem. Alright? Example 3. Okay, these were both minuses. One was plus, one was a minus. Example 3, x squared plus x minus 20. Here we have 1, the b is positive and the c is negative. First thing I do, I know that's going to be it. Factors of 20.
1 and 20.
Somebody else, please.
1 and 20.
I'm just good at this
2
part.
and 10. 5 and 4.
Okay. Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay. What factors do you think we're going to use? Somebody raise your hand to get. What is b, first of all?
1.
B is 1. What are we going to use to get 1? 1 and 20? 1 plus 20 gives me 1? Sophie? Negative 1 plus positive 20 gives me what?
Oh, 4 and 5.
There we go. All right. So what signs do you want to use?
Negative 4 and 5.
Yeah, negative 4 plus 5. That'll give me positive 1. Now check. What's negative 4 times positive 5?
Negative 20.
It works. You have to have it for both. Okay? So that's negative 4. That's positive 5. How are we doing? I hope you enjoy this.
Yeah, it's
All right, positive, negative. We get a positive and negative. Here we have 2 negatives, and we still had a positive and a negative. Let's look at this one. Example 4. X squared minus 18x plus 56.
I don't know the factors.
Factors of 56.
8 and 7.
1 and 56.
1 and 56.
8 and 7. And that's it.
7 and 8.
14 and 4. 14 and 4.
28. 2 and 28.
2 and 28.
2 and 28.
14 and 4.
I didn't know
4
there
and
was that
14.
many.
I was going to say, how are you going to get 18 out of these two? Those of you who thought this was it. Okay, if you once you get to this point and you don't have anything that adds up to that, then you need to realize that you don't have enough factors up here. All right, so which one we're going to use? What's the obvious?
4 and 4.
2 and
4 and
What's
14.
over? 4 and 14. All right, so how do you want to do it?
56.
Negative 4 minus 14 gives me negative 18. Now, negative 4 times negative 14?
56.
Who said that?
No one.
You're confused?
Yes.
With this part? With how to choose?
Yeah.
Or did you know how to choose?
I'm just confused with it all.
Okay. Do you understand the factors?
Yes.
Okay. What you have to do, those first, the I and the double I over there, that means you got to look at these sets of factors and figure out a way to make them add up to B, which is this coefficient. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1 and 56, no matter if you put a negative on the 1, you're still not going to get negative 18. 7 and 8, that'll give you negative 15 if you make it negative 7, negative 8, but it won't give you negative 18. So you have to look at these and decide, how am I going to get negative 18? Well, if I make both of these negative, I'll get negative 18.
Okay.
But then you got to check the second one. You got to multiply those two together. Negative 4 times negative 14 will give me a positive 56. Okay, so that's your answer, negative 4 and negative 14. Don't forget your zero product rule, because Because if these are set equal to 0, then it wants you to solve it. Okay? And you'd set this equal to 0 and that equal to 0. X would be positive 4 or positive 14. Correct?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay. Don't forget that.
What?
What you did for Friday night homework. 0 progress. Any questions on this? Okay, this is the easy part of the hard.
But this seems kind of hard too. It's like plugging and chugging.
Chug.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, assignment.
we have assignments.
Be happy. Tomorrow's gonna be a little more difficult.
Wait, isn't it going to be the workbook tomorrow?
Oh, maybe it is. Not till like.
Yes, it is. 141.
And mixed review events as well today.
I love it how whenever I call him in, he always goes, "Howdy."
Okay.